I got these microphones. I got a microphone, and it's supposed to help block the wind and shit. And every time I'm down here, it's always real windy. And I should have took the time to charge the damn microphone and set up the Bluetooth connection and all that. But I decided to come out here randomly, like kind of out the blue. So yeah, this is what y'all got to deal with. It's possible to be too windy to hear me at times. We'll be all right. We're gonna be all right. Y'all be able to hear me at least a little bit. Damn, can I get in frame? Man, let me get my tripod right. My apologies, y'all. I'm gonna get better at making sure I'm set up right first before I even turn this shit on. So my fault. Give it a little tilt. Is that a little better? That's a little better, I guess. This is what we're doing. RPM Trade Vietnam. Back out on the streets again. I'm getting close to 60 of these open carry demonstrations that I've done. Getting close to 60. We out here talking about these guns, boy. Hey, you know what I notice? I tend to forget when I'm not reaching a whole lot of people. I tend to forget because then I get kind of trapped in a echo chamber where people that understand where I'm coming from tend to reply to all my stuff, watch the videos and stuff like that. Hey, I need a higher volume of people to see me so that more haters get an opportunity to see me. Because out of every 300-400 people, I get one or two haters. So that's good. I had a hater commenting on one of my posts and one of my YouTube videos, and it was good. It was good and healthy to hear somebody really deny it, so I get an opportunity to step outside my own thinking to hear what haters got to say when they actually speak up to tell me that they disagree with what I'm talking about. And just like I suspected, this motherfucker said nothing. Everything he said was stupid ad hominems, making personal attacks when this dude don't even know me from a can of paint. He don't know me at all, making all these assumptions saying that I seem to be acting too hard to be in Iowa. And this is coming from a white guy. And this is the way I took that for him to say this to me about my conduct in my videos. For him to compare me and my attitude about this political shit, nationwide, global shit, for him to compare that to how tough I need to be acting, depending on where I am, sounds like he was making a stereotypical racial analysis about the color of my skin, how I'm acting, and where I'm at, and that where I'm at warrants the kind of attitude that I have about this political shit that I'm talking. Like, that's how crazy people are. It's like, dude, what is you talking about, bro? What is you talking about? Me being in Iowa has nothing to do with my attitude about this gun shit. Number one, being in Iowa has cost some people their lives. Iowa is not heaven. It is not violent, free. No bad guys with bad intentions and bullies with guns over here. Yes, there are. Crazy things do happen out here, like you would have to expect any place on planet Earth. If you go any place on planet Earth and you assume absolute safety, you are ridiculous. That don't even make no sense. I don't never consider myself super duper safe or in the clear or out of harm's way, no matter where the fuck I'm at. First of all, secondly, we just had a shooting in a club about a mile from where I'm standing. 10 people got hit, 2 people got killed. This is in a club in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. So for this guy who also says he lives in Iowa, to make a judgment about how I should be acting if I live in Iowa, while I'm being black as fuck and he is white as hell, but I'm talking this political stuff, but he thinks that maybe I'm acting too hard about what? To be anywhere. I'm talking about statewide, nationwide, global-wide things. So I can be anywhere and talk that shit and bring whatever kind of attitude I want to bring to the table. What I really feel like, man, is that this dude, first of all, I checked out his YouTube, try to find some videos, some images of him, so I can do what he did to me. So I can judge him off of his appearance. And he looked like, especially compared to the way he was criticized in one of my videos, where the entire video was me asking for true men, real men out in the world to become aware of this growing awareness of people taking children and women away from their comfort zone and where they are familiar at, off to another place so they can do funny things to them while moving it from place to place. There's words you put together to define what that is, and you know what I'm calling that. That's what my whole video was about. All he had to say in the video is that I was acting too hard. I live in Iowa. Why am I acting like that? What have I actually done to stop that kind of activity? When people are taking women and kids from point A to point B, maybe to point C, and doing funny things to them. Probably for money, for a profit at some point. There's a money exchange for these things. Yeah, that kind of stuff. He asked me what I've done to curb that. And then I seen him just be talking crazy, that I ain't no better than nobody else. In the fucking video he's talking about, I said that I ain't no better than nobody else. And that I feel like I'm not doing nothing. That's why I went from being a fucking meme king, sharing and posting information and memes and shit all over Facebook when I had a Facebook. I went from that to being like, no, on the streets, armed, talking my shit, taking a social temperature to see what's really going on out here in the streets, not just social media. This is one step further than where I was. And I said in the video, I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I ain't doing shit. So anybody who is just posting on social media and not looking for no kind of community, like-minded people or solutions, y'all bugging. Y'all being some bitches. And I was really going in on that topic in this video. And I really feel like for dude to see what I'm doing, if he agrees with what I was doing and what I'm trying to point out in the video, if he agrees with me, he should be cheering me on, because there's no way he's doing more than me, I can tell. He's not doing more than me. He just said that I'm not literally saving nobody's life, so I might as well sit down and shut up and be quiet because I'm in Iowa. Where he at? What you doing? If you agree with me, then you tell me what you're doing. That's a better example than what I'm doing. He don't got no story for that because he ain't doing shit. So he should have been commending me and supporting me and encouraging a further advancement in what it was that I was talking about inside myself and other people. It's what he should have been doing, what he should have said, but he didn't say that. But he said he felt like he wasn't seeing enough out of me about what I was talking about. What the fuck is that about? And judging by the way he looked and the way he was coming at me, when he could have gave me some positive reinforcement to further what I was doing, he looked like he might be a diddler. Like he like it when people are incapable of understanding or resisting his sexual advances. That's what he looked like to me. Now I want him to know what it feels like to be harshly criticized off on another fucking tangent, all the way off topic, all the way outside of the idea of gaining communication, or understanding, or passing on information, or giving ideas. We want to spitball or nothing. This fool went straight to attacking me. Like somehow I'm acting too hard. No, bro, you acting too soft. Because either you don't got no gun and you hate that I got one, and that's why you got this attitude, or you got one and you still judging me. So what is it? You got one, but you still judging me? You agree that the abuse of these women and kids is wrong? So you agree with me when I say that. You also got a gun, and all you can do is criticize me instead of saying, hey man, we should work together. We ain't gonna get nowhere just doing what you're doing or what I'm doing. But if we come together, start spitballing, start thinking of different things, we can make a movement. Yeah. Maybe we can try to work with law enforcement to provide some kind of service or aid in the idea of creating more stings for this kind of stuff. That can happen. There's nothing wrong with thinking about that. Now see, this me in my own head coming up with ideas that he didn't fucking give me. He had nothing to say, nothing constructive to say at all, because he a bitch. That's what it really is. And either he can't have no guns, or he's a diddler, and he hate the fact that I'm this close to his home, living in Iowa, talking about running down on people like him. He make me feel suspicious, bro. Fuck out of here. Who the hell would get on a video like that of mine and do nothing but diss me instead of saying, yes, somebody speak up, go louder, go harder, find something deeper to do. Don't let your video be the last word that you have on this topic. Keep going, Trey. That's what he should have said to me. He didn't say none of that shit. He just went to say that I need to calm down. Asking me, have I been in combat before? Do I even know what it's really like? Before these heroes in the military that he probably praised, before they even become these heroes, they have a starting point where they decide to enlist. They ain't even been through the training yet. They ain't never been through no combat, but through their endeavors and what it is they want to do in their life, when they searching for honor and meaning to their life, they will eventually find all that shit that he was talking about that I don't have, like somehow I'm in the wrong because I don't have it yet. Boy, I plan on getting all the glory, bro. Because we have a fight on our hands, and we got to stop pretending like we don't. Nature throws us into the fight off the simple fact that we are, it is innate inside of us. For us to have certain qualities as men, bro, and that is the first law of nature is self-preservation. Number one, I expect that out of any man. I don't care who he is, where he from, what he been through, what he visually looks like to me. Don't none of that matter. I can disagree with you about the deepest things, think that you are a bad person that might even deserve some repercussions to your bad shit. I might even feel like that about you, and I would never still come to you expecting for you to lay down for me. I'm just assuming you're gonna fight for your life whether you right or wrong. These are fucking concrete, objective truths about the human nature, mankind, a grown-ass man in a world like this, and what you need to expect from people. Reasonably expect these reactions from men, any man. That's what I think. Nobody lays down for nobody, right or wrong. Period. Fuck out of here, bro. And I got a hard time not being on some level not egotistical, because I got my ego in check, and I can explain that to you. It might come off as cockiness to a person that ain't got no confidence. You don't know what it look like. This ain't nothing but confidence. I'm trying real hard not to be cocky. And you can see my attempts to not want to be so cocky or so rare is because I'm disappointed when y'all not like me. I feel like it's very few people like me, and I hardly ever find these people. I mean, really find these people. People that are like me. It's hard to find, bro, and it shouldn't be. I'm frustrated and I'm confident, and I'm frankly shocked that more people don't feel like me. What man don't feel like nothing of what I'm saying? For real? Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy as fuck. But I know people are out there like that. I know y'all dig what I'm saying, that it ain't just me that feel like that. Maybe other people aren't as expressive, they're not as vocal, they don't really care to be in the spotlight. I don't mind being the siren, bro. I've always been an expressive person. I feel this duty, this obligation, that if I feel like this, and I really feel deeply about this stuff, and I feel like I'm in the right, I know I'm in the right, bro, because my heart is always all over this shit. All you gotta do is listen to what I'm saying. If you're not listening to what I'm saying, and not just in this video or the last one, or a TikTok short that's on my YouTube, none of that is enough to explain who I am. You gotta actually talk to me. You gotta keep the biggest picture that you can find in mind when you think you're gonna peg me for who the fuck I am. You're gonna have to really know before you try to stamp me with any label, good or bad. And I encourage you that if you dig what I'm saying, that you look at the totality of what I'm saying. That way, if you dig me, then you really dig me. Because you'll see how consistent I am, how much sense this shit makes, and where my heart is. All over the fucking place, bro. Because part of my frustration is I already gave this honor and respect that I feel for myself, the expectations of how you gonna move about the planet, the way I feel about myself and how I'm gonna do that. I already granted that to you to feel like I'm no better than you. You must be on that. You must be willing to fight for your life at any challenge. You must really care about the kids. You must also want the freedom you want for yourself and for your kids to be for everybody. What else could possibly make sense? Because as soon as you want that shit for y'all and you don't care about if anybody else has it or not, the decaying world, minus those good things you want for yourself and your kids, will just come get you and your kids. You gotta want that shit to be everywhere, bro, or you ain't gonna get no peace, and that's what I'm trying to look for. A higher level of peace and freedom, bro, and it's out there. And if y'all think this is the best we can do in society, in America being the last beacon of hope, and you look at how we moving with this bullshit, like this is freedom? This diet freedom, bro. This freedom light. What the fuck is this shit? The fuck is this? They can't even keep gun laws and marijuana laws the same or consistent from one state to the next. Neighboring states are being in total conflict about the weed shit on this side and the gun shit on the other side, because y'all fucking let them run this dumbass shit right in front of y'all, and ain't nobody moving fast enough to change nothing. This same hater-ass motherfucker gonna tell me he don't trust me with a gun. How, bro? What the fuck did I say that was even wrong in the video that you commented that shit on? I was talking about the Buffalo dude and the Texas bullshit. Now, what the fuck did I say that was stupid, dangerous, cowardly, wrong, not being mindful of the kids and the lives that were lost. Everything I said, I was coming from the heart and calling all of the men to really dig inside themselves to see what it is they need to be focused on, what information they need to be considering, and for them to just make a choice inside their own heart about what the truth really is. That's all I was saying and all of that shit, bro. And this motherfucker got on there hating, talk about woulda, coulda, shoulda, blah, blah, blah. Like me talking about I would have flipped homie car in Buffalo, like that was me talking shit. There's cops all over the place that they care about the kids. They thinking the same fucking thing, bro, that they'd have put rounds on him right then. I said I'm fucking stupid. He don't even know me, but I'm stupid and retarded. And just talking all that. Like, for real, come on, man. But that's that hater shit. Just like I can't understand the motivations behind a man who took the initiative to own a gun and then decides to get rid of it as if he's a good man. Getting rid of a gun makes the world safer. That don't make no sense to me. That's an oxymoron, homie. I don't know what would make you do that shit, but I think there's something wrong with you. I think there's something wrong with you. But it's that kind of shit right there. It's that kind of shit right there that be bugging me, bro. Like, what? Somebody called my phone and killed my train of thought. What was I saying? I'm talking about, dude. Okay, yeah. So he dissing me all over the video. Like, I couldn't have really had that kind of energy if I was right there when dude popped that shit off in Buffalo. He was talking to me like, is it impossible for me to have that energy, or I'm just talking on after the fact, like I couldn't have really been about that. But then he said he don't trust me with a gun, like somehow me and the gun will equal danger for somebody. Yeah, the bad guy. So what about a stranger? But what about me that would make a stranger say, not only do I not know this man, I'm going to tell him that he couldn't have been dangerous to the bad guy with the gun, and then I'm going to tell him that I feel like he's dangerous with the gun, I don't trust him with the gun. Boy, get the fuck, what the See, this is America. This is America. He's soft as fuck, and really, he remind me of a woman, and I hate to put it in this way, but I can only put it in this way because I think the dynamics in a relationship cause people to act a certain way towards people, and I've only been in relationships with women. So, gay guys, you can confirm in the comments if you go through this with another fucking man that would do this, but I know I deal with this in the dynamics in a relationship with a woman. But when you know that they really have something else going on, but all of these other outside of the true issue topics start coming into play, and you find yourself defending yourself against all of these random things, then really the whole time she just mad that you smashed and rolled over and didn't give her that back rub you promised her. But tomorrow it'll be the laundry, the dishes, help more with the kids type shit. All of that type of shit will come up in real talk. She'd have been fine, cool, if you'd have blew her back out and then rubbed it down. But you ain't do. Stop fucking calling me. You know? Fucking bugaboo. But yeah, like, there's a certain level of like understanding that people really gotta have, man. And a guy like this dude is really making me feel like he don't want to understand. I don't believe this dude is just stupid the way he was talking. I really feel like he's projected a whole nother internal issue at me with all of this random shit, because none of it was consistent or would make sense at all, man. Just like a woman in the dynamics of a relationship that's got something else on her mind, something else she needs to get off her chest. She don't want to say it. I kind of wanted you to just fucking understand it. She wanted you to just know it. She wanted you to not call her out on her bullshit, because now you're making her feel funny. And I feel like this dude who was dissing me, all in the comments of my video, that live stream I did where I was talking about Texas and Buffalo, I feel like either he wants firearms because he digs that shit, but he can't have them because maybe he got a charge on him. Or he's the diddler. He likes the little ones. And he hates hearing me talk tough about this shit because I'm right in his backyard. He live in Iowa somewhere. That's what he said. So maybe he's seeing me as some kind of a threat and went, oh, you talking real tough. Who the fuck would be offended by me talking tough to the people we all supposed to agree are the bad ones? Corrupt government. People that love government ain't even supposed to like the idea of corrupt government. Right? Public shooters, Who the fuck is gonna be sticking up for them or being mad that I'm dissing the fuck out them? People who hurt kids and women. Who the fuck would be mad that I'm dissing them like that? He must be one of those people. At some point, he felt like I was talking to him. That's what that shit was. He can kiss my ass, talking all that shit in the comments. And I'm not gonna be that dude that's gonna let every single hater like really get on my nerves. But I gotta address this so I don't get. I'm hoping to mitigate the chances that I gotta deal with stupid comments like that coming from that angle from as little number of people as possible. I don't have to keep dealing with that dumb shit. The fuck out of here. If you don't like what I'm saying, you think I'm acting too tough, then come down here and say it to my face and I'm acting too tough and then make me chill. The fuck is you talking about? On that dumb ass shit. I wish I knew your actual name. I'd do a background check on your ass. I got a feeling, boy, there's something to you. I touched your heart with some shit I said. And you don't like that shit. That's what happened. Just come right out and say it. Just say you need a back rub. Pussy, fuck out of here. Shouldn't have to deal with stupid, cowardly people, bro. I don't know who in the motherfucking world will look at me, diss these fucking people, and then be like, you doing too much. Be quiet, don't say that, calm down. What? I ain't calming down about shit. Fuck out of here. And that's that contradiction. Y'all act like if I got this kind of energy to say these things in the way that I'm saying them, looking and talking the way I look and talk, like somehow there's ever anything ever wrong with that. Number one, I already feel like this, so the damage is done. I am who I am, first of all. Secondly, there's men right now going through extensive training, dieting, working out, completely zoning their whole mind, body, and soul out to get further training to become an elite killer for somebody's army. As long as that's happening on planet Earth and anybody at all salute that shit, I am not going to feel no type of way about my political incorrectness or me saying that I will put a person who hurt a child in the fucking dirt. I don't care about saying none of that shit, bro. I don't owe none of them no politeness or no nothing, bro. The fuck is y'all talking about? He gonna come, hey, as a matter of fact, where I am right now, I am equal distance from the police station down this way, and the courthouse is right there. So on a day like this, it's a police officer. Every now and then I have a police officer walk past that just left court. You can tell he got his khakis on, got his powder blue button up on, still got his gun on him, walking with a briefcase and some papers. He just came from court. And every now and then they walk past here. But I like it because I see all the traffic right here. More cops come past me when I'm standing right here than anywhere else. Of course, they would. I'm a block from the station. So we're going to see, that was actually number 2 right there. We're going to see who would drive past there and see my sign and then not answer me, not give me the time of day whatsoever. About this question right here. And somebody said in the comments the other day, yesterday, saying that it wouldn't be regular police that would do this. It would be federal police or some shit like that, FBI or something. That may be partially true, yes. But there's too much going on in a big-ass country like this for you to think that not only would they start doing that dumb shit where it was a real manifestation of that fear that we got in the back of our minds at the very least, it ain't just that. If that were to happen, it wouldn't just be them. If I was somebody they were looking for, there's no way a local cop wouldn't run my place and somehow know that, or somehow be aware of something, that somebody on this list lives here. To think that I would have absolutely no interaction where any regular local law enforcement will get involved in something like this, they're not going to all stand back and be completely uninvolved completely. No, they not. You're going to cross paths with regular law enforcement. They going to need reinforcement fucking with a lot of people out here because a lot of people not going for that shit. It almost seems crazy to imagine them doing what it is that they're actually doing right in front of us. In my imagination, I would have never thought that they would make an honest attempt to be grabbing these guns in these sneaky ass ways like that, knowing they starting a motherfucking fight. Oh, that's a black Ford Explorer right there. I thought it was a cop. I was about to make sure she see my sign, but that's a civilian. They need cop cars that are just cop cars. When they be using cop cars that are actually civilian vehicles too or whatever, everybody know what that's like. growing up in the 90s and shit, and you see that Crown Vic, you start to learn them headlights in the dark. I can see a cop car 2 blocks away at nighttime by the headlights, bro. I know when it's one of them. I know when it is. There's somebody over here taking a video from the car right now. Might be taking some pictures and all that. Yeah, she gave me the thumbs up. This is a middle-aged, she might not be middle-aged, she might be about 30, she in between 35 and 40 probably, white woman, would never see me without this and think that she needs to say anything to me because we won't have nothing in common. Look how this bridges the gap. She's smiling, ear to ear, got her phone out the window, blew me a kiss, a wave, and all that, bro. This gun shit is powerful. That's why they want you to not have that shit. They want you to not have that shit, bro, and y'all should find that suspicious. I don't fucking trust it. I don't know how you could trust it. Let me remind y'all, 5 years before that shit, you know what happened? They lost all their guns before he showed up, bro. So let me tell you gun haters this shit. Y'all know y'all hate politicians. Y'all, anybody right now supporting Biden or anything he doing, you'll probably dislike Trump. Some of y'all that did fuck with Trump are now sided with some things that Biden is doing, and they got some things in common. They both hate guns. Y'all trying to act like Trump don't, but he do. He did the bump stock ban, which they shouldn't have no say in none of that shit. The enemy within that we were warned about, who could potentially become tyrannical, cannot be the ones to say we can have the guns or not. Doesn't make sense. You just gave the power to the ones you said we might have to fight that we need to keep an eye on. And then you gave all the power to them that's not intended to be like that. You don't need to be a constitutional lawyer. Stop playing with me, motherfucker. Don't play with me, motherfucker. I ain't the smartest motherfucker. I couldn't put my cell phone together. It took some deep focus for me to put this AR bill together. I'm not a fucking genius, but I'm not fucking stupid. I know when something doesn't make no goddamn sense, and it makes no damn sense for them to say, yo, this motherfucker might be the boogeyman. They're gonna pretend to be your friend. They might even get well within your trust to actually gain power over you. And if they do that and become tyrannical, you might have to fight somebody who y'all actually may have voted in or supported or accepted. That's what the Second Amendment says. How the fuck else could it be a tyrannical government or tyranny that you fight if they're not describing what the fuck I just said? Like, why do I gotta break this shit down so deeply like this for people to understand that there's no way out of what I'm saying, bro? It's not subjective, it's not an opinion, it's not politics, it's concrete fucking logic that supersedes all languages, all religions, and all political standings. Fuck all your shit. Translated into any fucking language, and it's still concrete. It makes no sense for them to show you the power and pass it to somebody who they told you might fight. As if it's up to them if you're going to be able to fight them or not. And you know what? That's the way they want it to be, and that's why they coming for your shit. Period. If it even looked like that a little bit, and it does, I don't give a fuck if you think that I'm bullshitting. Like I'm looking too deep into it, like it couldn't possibly ever be that bad. Don't tell me that it looks absolutely nothing like that. If there was going to be a tyrannical government, and we've seen this before, the show is a rerun, they've done this in other countries. Multiple countries, you jackass. I shouldn't have to push y'all to pay attention to these simple little things that knock the whole entire game of this government control and this overreach completely out of the park. You can't even save it, bro. There's nothing you can do to save the idea of government. Not to me, the shit is dead, bro. Because they can't be the ones to tell us how we gonna fight them off our ass. And when they start coming for your shit, it's because they gonna do something that you would have wanted to fight them about, and now you can't do it. 5 years before the guy showed up, 5 years before he showed up, they had already lost their guns. I don't know if they thought they were safe. I gotta look into that. I don't know what the political climate was when all of that was going on, what they felt about that. But those people were disarmed 5 years before the homie got there. 5 years before that. Jesus, fuck. And then everybody got their shit kicked in. The fuck is you talking about? When all y'all disarmed, they can use a gun for the intimidation. They can use their hands and feet and beat the fuck out you with a gun on you and never fire a shot, but they can dominate you that much. The possibility of anybody dominating you like that, especially when we've seen this play over and over again in history in so many other countries, that y'all pretend to understand how much our freedom is valued here when you compare us to these other countries. Y'all not even being consistent, bro. Y'all got no consistency on none of y'all shit. 5 years before Hitler showed up, those people were disarmed. Hell yeah,
Bring it in, brother.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing out here.
Yeah, thanks, man. Look at that. 5 years before he showed up, they took all that shit, bro. I don't know if the people thought they were safe when they did that or not, but they turned out to be very unsafe after that, and it was easy. Easy. Hitler wasn't even on the scene to remind people that maybe they don't want to do that so that they can do that shit to those people in peace. And then Hitler showed up 5 years after they took them guns from them people. Don't let them take your shit, bro.
I could use a hug.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
What's your name?
Emma.
Emma. Thank you, Emma. Thank you.
Hope you're not roasting out here too hard.
I am a little bit, but I deal with it. I don't care. I'll be all right.
Fucking gross out right now.
It is. You too. Thank you. But they do this to all these countries all the time. So gun haters, remember this. I don't care how comfortable you are right now. Imagine a politician that you fucking hate getting into office and running over top of you 5 years after you told the previous one to take this shit from somebody. Imagine it. If you're still okay with that, you're a psycho. I'm asking you to be selfish and think about yourself. And it'll lead you to want to just help everybody. Because we all gonna need each other. The shit is going crazy. And y'all just sitting back here bullshitting, playing, talking shit over the fucking internet like I'm not doing enough, like you doing something. You sound like a diddler or a racist or a woman beater. There's something about you, bro. I describe the kind of person who I would run down on in that video, and this dude showed up offended. I don't know what else to call that. I don't know what else to call that, bro. He is one of them that I talked about. Or his brothers, or I don't know, his brother is, or I don't know, man. There's something wrong with that boy. But he'll never say it to my face. Facebook can never come out here and say that shit to my face. Ban these nuts, you punk bitch. I ain't gonna never shut up. Kiss my dick. I ain't shutting up nothing. Because y'all do a whole lot of talking all day. All y'all do is spread this weird propaganda, all this weird fear. There's no way it makes any sense that nobody should have guns because of the ones y'all find violating the shit. But then the police realize that they need firearms to stop these people. How come somebody just won't be on scene right then to stop those people? Immediately. What else could you possibly want? Man, shut the fuck up. The stuff is easy to see as it is on the surface. If you really want to dig deep, and this ain't even really deep, it's just hard for y'all to understand because let me preface this with a little bit of setup, okay? A little bit of setup. The respect that I give humanity, I know a lot of y'all are dumb, a lot of y'all are emotional, irrational, dangerous to yourself and others. We got all that. It's humanity. What is it that you're not going to find in us? You're going to find in whatever your imagination can bring you to, somebody's going to fit that, right? But this is what we're dealing with in humanity, being as wild as we are, but somehow we seem to be subdued by something. There's your local government, there's your state government, there's this national government. They really want a global governance to rule everything, which just sounds strange to any proud American. Because they telling you all the time right to your face that they want y'all to just be like some of these other countries that you go, I'll visit, but I can't live there. America, home of the free. And then you do this, right? Then you do all that shit. If you mean it, you really mean it, okay, well then don't let them tell you that you can't be there, that you need to be more like China, Canada, Mexico, whatever the fuck. They want you to be like other people, not so much like us. Now how you don't know that, and why the fuck would you allow that to slide? By any means, we should all be standing on that, but y'all can't come to an agreement because then they take these emotional things and then they twist y'all. But they got to twist and turn. They want a global government. The only way they can do that is by really digging deep on the violent control and the mental control that they have over people. Y'all know people wild. You can't control your own fucking kids. You gave them life and then you can't show them how to live it. They'll never fucking listen to you. They'll fight you to the death to get out from under you. And then you gotta watch them go out into the world and wreck their stupid ass fucking life. And you gave them life and you can't stop them. Not with your heart, not with force. You can't stop them. You gotta let them crash and burn. That's what nature says. That's what the law says. You gotta let them go, right? And then these motherfuckers think that they can put a global governance over everybody to bring everybody under one rule. How would they do that when you can't do it in your own fucking nature without some extreme tools of manipulation, mind control, and violence? If you think that that don't make no sense, then you telling me humanity is full of bitches. No, we not. We are actually very strong, smart, courageous. We all love something. We know what it's like to love something. We got it in us for us to be what it is that we aspire to be. We can be that. They don't want us to be that, bro. They fucking with your head, bro. And they have to do that if they want this global governance. There's no other way to do that. We're not gonna all agree. We can't agree state to state in America about some very serious things. While we're in this state of confusion, just in this country, on the surface level of that one example that I could possibly give you, like our disagreement on how to handle marijuana. Just that is all it takes. Imagine the conflict in that we watching unfold from state to state, on the federal level, on the local level, all this other shit, the corruption and the drug war and all that type of shit, consider all of that, whatever. You think they're gonna be able to put a global governance over all of us and it's gonna be effective or do anything positive whatsoever? Y'all can't even keep cocaine out of a maximum security prison, you jackass. Fucking play dumb with me. Y'all selling these pipe dreams. Like y'all gonna do something to save the day. Y'all have given up on saving planet Earth. You wanna dominate it. That's what they are doing, and they have to do that. And they gotta be deep as fuck. They gotta shoot the shit over your fucking head. The violence gotta be so damn extreme that you feel like you might as well give in to it, and you're happy to give in to it. You smile to give in to it because you're scared of death like you're gonna outrun that monster. It's going to catch you. Stop playing. But they do this to your head. You know how deeply they do this shit? If you don't know what gematria is, let me tell you a fucking story, bro. I got two cops right here. They're not gonna answer me. Look at them. Totally avoid me. And I used to think that was cool because they weren't paying me no mind, but now I kind of feel like they don't want to address me at all, bro. I don't even think they even want to be friendly no more. I don't think they want to pretend to be friendly. And really, when those shootings happen, I can feel a vibe in the public a little bit. I can feel the vibe in the police officers too. Because not only are they worried because they don't really know what's going on in my heart unless they talk to me, but they don't talk to me, so that means that they don't know. So for them to be like kind of apprehensive, whatever, them wondering if I'm going to be somebody, it's not like I don't understand it. I'm not going to play stupid, right? I get it. But my problem with all of that is, and the reason why I'm out here is to tell people that this shouldn't be so uncommon. It's a reaction to the same shit that's making y'all feel like something. This is my reaction for me feeling like something. And if y'all can't expect that from another man, what the fuck is your problem? What's going on in your head? What planet are you from, bro? And if you don't think that this needs to be more common, man, get the fuck out of here. I'm about to wipe all that shit off the table so we can start the conversation over because y'all got off on the wrong fucking foot. Because y'all let them fuck with your head. Drive you into fear of a death that's going to get you anyway and make you feel like this is the way it is, so roll with it. I'm not rolling with a goddamn thing. The same organization, group of people called the Jesuits, they created and spread the powerful language of English, also created your Gregorian calendar, named after a pope, okay? So it don't matter what religion you are. You name the days of the fucking week and go by the Gregorian calendar, you are wrapped up in a religion, actually paying homage and praise to a religion that you don't even know you subscribe to just by simply recognizing the Gregorian calendar and the English language. English language is a powerful thing. Where the fuck you think it come from? You think that's an arbitrary, natural, clumsy stumbling upon a language like this? No, it's not. It's very serious. The development of language is very serious. And gematria is what they call this ancient, well, I guess it's not ancient. I don't know exactly how old it is, but it's not ancient like it's 5,000 years old. It's not 5,000 years old. I guess something like that you would call ancient. But this is a Jewish language, a Jewish Catholic collaboration of coding numbers in the letters and then letters in the words, or a combination mix. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Here's an example. one cipher of decoding this deep language is assigning a numerical value to all the letters from A to Z. A being 1, 2, B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, and so on, with Z being the 26 letters, right? And then there's a reverse order where you start with, okay, sorry about that pause. Gematria. From A to Z is 1 through 26, and then you can reverse that with Z is 1 all the way to A is 26. And if you do that and you take these words, especially related words that you find and to be the focal point of news headlines, titles in movies, there's a deep manipulated language being spoken to you, and you don't even know it. And the people involved communicate with each other so that when a world event or a big event happens, and you decode it and realize that these guys are talking to each other, doing these ritualistic things to control your mind, to literally manifest reality on planet Earth, playing this role of God, because they believe that God created reality with numbers and words and sound. The word spelling literally says spell, and you literally cast a spell when you talk to people. You're trying to kick game. Yeah, that's their way of communicating. That's their way of communicating. That way, when something happens, other people can be like, I can rest assured someone else isn't taking control of the news, the media, world events, and what's going on. Nobody else is influencing that. That's us, and I can tell because my guides are speaking to me. Then they know. And they do these ritualistic things. And if you want a way more comprehensive description of how this works, and a plethora of examples of how everything in the news all day, every day is linked to sports, political news, movies, celebrities, their deaths, all that shit. You need to check out Gematria Effect News on YouTube. Search that, Gematria Effect News, GEMTR, hold up, GEMATRIA. I was tweaking for a minute. TRIA. I was tweaking for a minute. Gematria Effect News. Find that and then like and subscribe to every one of the channels that you can find that's operating under that title, Gematria Effect News. Go find that shit. Zachary K. Hubbard is a damn wizard. That boy puts it down. He found this information in a book by Manly P. Hall, The Secret Teachings of All Ages, or some shit like that. I might be messing the title up because I always miss one of the words up in the title. I got to get my shit together. But that book taught Zach some powerful shit. And as he started to dig into it about 5 years or so ago, no, more than that, way more than that. It's been like 8, 9 years Zach been doing this. But he started digging into it and trying to connect these pieces to see how consistent it stays. And he realized that it doesn't miss. The patterns and the rituals all line up. They become very consistent. We're repeating history, celebrating histories, constantly telling the story of the hypnosis on humanity and the manifestation of reality on this earth being left to these elitists who believe that as long as they can get you to submit, they can run this shit ritualistically. They can take control of the Vatican, D.C., and London. The Vatican, D.C., and London. Here's the sheriff right here. He just looked at me and then looked away. He don't want to answer the damn question. Why they pretend to be cool now? Don't come for me, boy. That shit go both ways. Like a bisexual. Don't come for me. That shit go both ways like a bisexual, boy. You come for me, boy, it's gonna be coming back at you, boy. Rain blowing sideways in this bitch. What the fuck you talking about? If it's gonna storm, fuck out of here. And I gotta watch my time too. I don't even know what time it is, bro. I ain't got much time. I got something I gotta do. I just want to jump out here though. But real talk, I probably should just end this live here pretty soon. I've been getting a little bit of support out here, and that's cool. A lot of people dig it, really. A lot of people better dig it. Gun haters, do not get comfortable now that you are okay with them taking this shit without imagining a politician that you fucking hate getting in there and then stomping on your neck. Boot in your face. If you can imagine that ever happening, then you can't let it go now because you're not going to be able to vote after the fucking fire started to get your shit back. Don't be a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. All these damn cars out here. All these damn vehicles out here. All the vehicles out here way too powerful. Every one of them can easily exceed every speed limit posted in the country. And nobody wants to curb this horsepower in all these cars for the sake of no dead kids. And you're not going to go back to prohibition with that alcohol to save no kids from drunk driving, sexual and verbal abuse in an abusive home, or none of that shit. And none of those things being linked going to make you go after these 400 horsepower cars or a bottle of Jose Cuervo. Fuck out of here. Y'all gonna be consistent fucking with me, or I'm not gonna listen to you at all. And that's where y'all got me right now. Not giving a fuck about nothing y'all say about nothing. Fucking retarded, hypocritic ass fucking dumbasses. Fuck y'all think y'all talking to? Like people stupid out here. Ain't nobody stupid. That gematria shit is real. Go look into that shit. They are ritualistically shaping your reality, laughing at you, gaining more and more confidence with every day that goes by that you deserve what they're giving you, and all that ritualistic, spooky ass, ancient shit that they told you was dead that they still doing with the human. We gonna lay you down and cancel your life subscription for the betterment of humanity, for the betterment of a ritual. They doing that still. They never let that shit go. At what point in history did somebody stop thinking that that was okay, or that that's how they was gonna rock shit or run this shit? They never stopped doing it, though. They just told you that they used to do it back in the day, and then hid behind politics, the DC and the financial center of London, with DC being the military force, and then the Vatican being the religious headquarters. They take these three and slap the shit out of humanity and make y'all like the shit, and then tell you that, hey man, this is God's will. Their will while they're playing God, you jackass. Gematria is real. You can deny it if you want to. It don't really care if you believe it or not. It's still just going to keep on happening. And when you look at all the different numbers that line up to outline these rituals that these people are getting involved in, when you look at it, you got to ask yourself, before you start judging shit, how likely is it for these things to happen when you look up the probability of all of these dates, times, names, and connections lining up like this in seemingly unrelated things? Ask yourself, how many times is that going to fucking happen like that naturally before you get suspicious? And then ask yourself if it makes sense that they would need something that crazy to run humanity, to rule humanity. They would have to do something that crazy to run you because you are strong. You are smart. They gotta hypnotize you to get it. I apologize for calling y'all stupid bitches. I'm sorry. Y'all not stupid bitches all the time. Sometimes y'all are, and they counting on that. But they know that you're not dumb enough that you would ignore them or stand down to a fight against them if you could recognize them and look them right in their face. That's why they gotta hide from you. They have to hide, and you know it. In order for them to even speak on a global government, they have to hide from the people that would want to stop them if they could see what they was doing. So expect for the truth to be someplace where you got to look real hard for it. With this gematria shit, they are counting on you not noticing. And if you notice, they are counting on you being like, that can't be what it is. And then when you agree that maybe that is what it is, you got to really, really believe it. You can't just surface believe it and then go back to your regular life. And then once you do that, they're hoping that you are too scared to do anything. They got layer upon layer of stopping you, even if you see them, bro. They would have to do that to run us, bro. We better than that. They at least got to beat us down like that first. And I'm telling you, that's what they did to you. I don't trust none of my heroes. All of them motherfuckers were involved in the okie doke, bro. They got to wrap your mind up. They have to wrap your mind up. These are rituals too. They're not just doing this for play. They believe that there are energies behind these actions that are fueling their power. And they ramping this shit up. I love the sincere inspiration that I can drive out of the idea of Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. Cool. But Martin wanted to integrate. Malcolm, for most of his life, wanted to separate, really, from the system and all. I'm telling you, it don't deserve to be there, knock it down, is what I think would happen in a movie if this was a movie. That's what the movie would look like. You can play games if you want to. I ain't playing no games. I'm gonna treat the whole fucking world like a crime scene. And I'm the crime scene investigator. I suspect all things when I'm on the scene and there's blood everywhere. Yeah, I suspect everything, boy, just so nothing gets past me. I got zero trust in any of them, period. And that's a safe bet, to just distrust all of them. And look at who we talking about. I gotta beg y'all to understand where I'm coming from. They got the highest body count. Slavery was on and then it was off, depending on what the fuck they said. Government did that slavery shit. A group of racist white guys couldn't do it right now. If they really wanted to do that, and government wasn't really on that, my people just free to do this, and the government would be like, ooh, that's a bad look, and the racists wouldn't get nowhere. Two things that saved us is government not really wanting that to be the flavor no more, and us eventually working our way to getting our hands on this. That's the liberating shit. If they take this and government go, do what you want to do, boy, we running this. We go right back to where we was. Number one, you got to stop trusting the government. Don't leave it up to them about how free you're going to be. You just free. They just choose when to threaten you over your freedom. And that's what it's really about. And you got to maintain your natural rights to arm yourself. Because the cops are riding by right now because I obtained this legally and they acting like I'm cool right now. If they write it on paper that I'm not cool no more, they will be mad at me. Approach me aggressively. Why? Because nothing changed but the paper. And y'all let them rock that stupid shit. If they can't be consistent in what they're there for and what they really stand for, I'm not supposed to trust them or like them, and I don't have to just because of who they are. None of that is ever going to make sense. It has to be real. They got to be standing on something substantial, and it's going to have to be consistent. Or I don't have to like them. Period. Who the fuck has to like anybody? And then y'all let all of this artificial push for division to get y'all heads gone. When you talk about the gender shit, and then they fame that. They give you all the bullshit with the gender pronoun bullshit and all that shit, and then once they break you in and beat you down into a certain level of submission about the topic, now they got these crazy people reading story time to the kids in the schools. Having underage kids, real underage, super duper underage kids in establishments that serve alcohol, while provocative dancing and half-naked people are all over the place. Now they doing that. And daring you to say something. Because if you dislike them, then somehow you're a bigot. The whole time we watching all these religions call each other hellbound because they don't believe in each other's gods. And we accept those fucking differences as if, hey, religious people gonna differ in what they believe, and they have a right to damn your soul to hell and not respect a single ounce of you, and think that words that you got to say is poison to their own children's ears, and blah, 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 blah. Don't talk to my kids, stay away from my kids, which is crazy religious shit. That's what every religion is saying to other religion when they talk about trying to save their souls from the rest of them. We accept that division as that's what it's gonna be, and that's a deep division. And then when I say I wouldn't date a transformer, y'all mad? I thought we was all trying to be okay with the fact that we just gonna disagree and have different flavors around this bitch. Fuck out of here. I'm not falling for that shit. I don't even want to give it my energy. That's why I be saying fuck all that shit. I don't care about the race shit. I don't got the energy for that right now. Only in defense of that race shit right in front of me, on me. Because I care so much about that. Because when I hear it in the news, that's some fugazi mind control shit. Y'all trying to tug me in that direction, and I don't care that much. Because it could never matter so much. Because whatever anybody brings to the table as a reason to hurt me, I'm not going to care. Y'all all get the same reaction. You want my money? You want to hurt me because you like hurting people? You want to hurt me because I'm black? Y'all all get the same fucking bang bang. Are you crazy? I'm not going to stop you and go, oh, I'm going to extra bang you because of your reason. I don't care, bro. It's going to be whatever it is. to stop a real physical threat to me or someone innocent. That's what it's going to be. And I'm not going to really care about the reason. The reason might be interesting. It might help tell the story for the paper, but I really don't care. A threat to my life is just is that, and that's it. I don't care where it came from or what the reason is, because nobody's going to get a pass for it either. Nobody gets a pass, nobody get a break. Everybody get the same bang bang if you bring in that level of threat to me. And I'm not going to care who you are, what your occupation is. You better chill out. I don't care where you work. You better be in the right. You better be fucking right, boy. What the fuck is you talking about? Y'all giving in all this bullshit, boy. Don't know that they running this gematria right past your eyes, hoping you don't find it, and then when you find it, they want you to laugh at it, like somehow that can't be. But who the fuck is you? Do you think that the world ain't religious, cultural enough? And I mean cult like cult. When I say cultural, I mean cult-ish. Humanity is bent towards that kind of shit, and you telling me that you don't think that none of that is behind the fact that the world is being ruled by somebody. All these countries in debt to who? Whoever that is might be who the fuck I'm talking about. It might be his neighbor, his cousin, his brother, his godfather to his kids. He's close to him. What the fuck is you talking about? You don't even know your own body. You gotta go to a doctor to figure out your fucking meat suit that you walk around in your whole life. You don't even understand that motherfucker. You don't understand your cell phone, you couldn't put it back together, you couldn't break it down, take it all into pieces and name all the pieces and tell me what role they play in making your fucking phone work, you jackass. So when I tell you that the English language is something you find so much power in, and all these love songs you like, how you express your damn self, when somebody says something mean to you, loving to you, says something to you that warns you that there's a fucking tiger in the bushes, motherfucker, you respect all of that shit. Respect it enough to know that it comes from something so deep that it's ritualistic, cultural, globally, as in cult, and it's very fucking powerful not to be played with. It came from somewhere, you jackass. Ask where it came from. You don't want to know where it came from? Well, if you don't know where it came from, I'm trying to tell you where it came from. It can't sound crazy to you when I give you the answer, as if you expected to already know the answer because you asked me because you don't know the answer. See? Y'all crazy. If you don't know where it came from, let me tell you. And then when I fucking tell you, don't act like I'm talking stupid or crazy. You mad that you didn't already know it, so it must not be true? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? That's why they be fooling y'all and they be working. Because y'all can't break shit down like that and say, well, if anything in my mind and my heart was making me go against that logic right there and leading me down the path to some untruth, I got to work hard right now in the moment to let that shit go and get right. That's what I do. That's why I changed. I'm not the same person I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Because I'm constantly telling myself that if I am under some misconception of anything at all, I need to be mindful of that and constantly keep my eyes open to the inevitable change and maturity in my life. What the fuck is wrong with saying that? And then when I say it, I do it. And then when I do it, I found shit like gematria. You know, when I be goddamn, I wonder where the English language come from. Who developed these numbers and said that this is what a number 2 look like? Why they do that? Was it arbitrary? Was it an art project? How is it this language is spread across the whole motherfucking world like this? Running hand in hand with that American fucking petrodollar, how it happened. I know how it happened. Because it's as organized as it sounds when you realize that the English language and the American dollar runs hand in hand across the fucking globe, and you know it. You know that much. There's a reason. You jackass. Y'all are whack, but you don't gotta be whack though. You can get right. Look into that gematria shit. Get in tune with your natural rights, because you know what they are. You know what they are. You know you're not my boss. You hear me right now? I'm talking to you. Are you my boss? You know you're not. I don't even think you really even want to pretend to. I don't think a job will really make you think that magically you are now either. If you're smart and being logical and sensible, nothing's gonna make you feel like you're my boss. My mom not even my boss, right? I know I'm not yours. I can't tell you what to do. I can't get my kids to wash the dishes. They don't give a fuck about me saying nothing about them dishes, boy. I ain't nobody's boss, boy. I can't get my kids to wash the dishes. I ain't the boss of nobody. All I can do is help guide them. I ain't even their boss, man. I'm not. All I can do is try to guide my kids to some safety and happiness. But I ain't their boss. I ain't nobody's boss. Never. Not with this gun and nothing. I ain't nobody's boss, man.
Hi.
How you doing?
I saw your sign and I had to say hello.
Yeah,
I want to know what the purpose is.
Well, of course, with like the recent events, which I think if people are letting that bring them to the topic of gun control and what rights really are, y'all late to the party. This has been an issue, but because of that, especially, I've been out here actually since 2018, trying to encourage people to just recognize their natural rights and responsibility to arm themselves.
Oh,
Like
okay.
I have a right to arm myself and protect my life with anything I get my hands on, and then no other man really has the right to tell me not to choose a gun. It's just naturally just unsound. It doesn't make any sense.
Oh, okay. What's the other side say? Interesting.
And I asked this question because I get a lot of support from cops here.
Yeah.
I've done over 50 of these in Cedar Rapids. I live here.
Were you at the protest, the Black Lives Matter protest?
Yeah, I was down there.
I think I saw you.
Yeah, you may have. I was down there.
Yeah.
And you know, the police usually show me respect and love.
Yeah.
But what's funny is that if they write it on magical paper that all of a sudden I can't have this, they'll forget that I've been out here hugging the public since 2018, and they would turn a switch, and now they'd be willing to kill or be killed to get it. And we need to point that out. I think that's kind of crazy. I know the law is the law and the job is the job, but what are we really talking about? Them waving at me now and then coming for me later.
Yeah.
How the hell? I'm the same person.
Yeah.
It's just strange to me. I think we should talk about that.
Yeah. How many hugs have you got?
Not too many today, but
All right, well, bring it in. Give me a hug.
over time I
Give
get
me
a lot.
hug. Yeah, absolutely. Nice to talk to you. I like that you have a mission and a purpose. That's awesome.
Yeah, I do.
That's awesome.
And I hope you are well protected.
Yeah, thank you. Not really, but we'll see.
Well, if you ever need help,
Well, if I need help, I'm going to say, remember when I hugged you back on June 13th
yeah.
of 2022?
I will protect you to the death, and I don't need to be on nobody's payroll or nothing.
Yeah, so do you mind if I get a picture with you?
Oh, that's fine. Yeah,
That's fine?
yeah.
Okay. My friend was just on Hey, Paige, you say hi. Wait, hold on. She was on FaceTime. If you wondered why I have my camera, she was on FaceTime. I was talking to her about work. All right, let's take a pic. Oh, my hair covered. I'm sorry. So sorry. My hair covered your whole face. Hey. I'll tuck it in this time. All right, awesome. Don't forget me. When things go down.
Now, what you say your name is
Remember
again?
this face, Rachel.
Rachel.
And what's your name?
Trey.
Trey? Nice to meet you. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too. Yes. Nice interaction. And I was almost done too. See, me and Zach Hubbard was just talking about this earlier in the comments in one of my videos, or maybe on his channel. It's like sometimes you turn the camera off and then the most interesting stuff happened. That was a nice exchange. She wasn't quite sure what I was doing, but she felt safe enough to come ask me, and then she found that she wanted to support it. Let me FaceTime with her daughter real quick, and even took a picture with me on her Snapchat. That's awesome. Police right there, not answer you. He won't answer me. See? Won't answer me. That's crazy. She thought this was interesting. Makes sense. This is very interesting. We should be paying attention to this. What would happen? Imagine what would happen, and then describe this to yourself. And if you can't see the danger and the irony in all of that, in a question like this, having the inevitable answer that we all know, that some of them would be like, dude, I'm not standing down. These are my orders. And that's crazy. Why you want to die for some shit you just waved at, bro? They only changed the paper. I'm still the same person, bro. Craziness. But I'm out of here. Hug an AR owner. Out this motherfucker. We're going to be out here as much as possible until the weather gets too bad. And then by then, hopefully, I got an indoor little studio area in my house where I can kind of set up and I can still go live and like clean a firearm and show y'all how to do all that different type of shit. Maybe even do some gun reviews while I talk that gun shit. We gonna figure it out, and we gonna keep on cranking this shit out. Everybody need to wake up, get a gun. The government knows that gun shit well. It's what they do best. They constantly bombing shit and doing all types of crazy shit. Over 260 plus million people died in the past 100 years at the hands of their own government outside of declared war. I'm not talking about war. I'm talking about governments against their own people. The total is over 260 million. How that happen, bro? Why the UN exists? When they said they weren't gonna let none of that shit happen, how that happen? You gotta ask yourself these questions. I'm not crazy for asking. You crazy for acting like ain't nothing to be fucking questioned. Fucking goofies, man. Wake up, man, because I love y'all and y'all deserve better than that. And that's why I'm mad at y'all, bro. Please stop that bullshit.